Morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. I hope my voice is clear for everyone. So, last session we had started. The topic is operators. Operators. Okay. You guys also join. Like I have shared the group link in the group, so you can join there. Okay. I started the yesterday. We had started the topic is operators. So operators are the symbols which will tell to the compiler to perform some operations. Java language provide some set of operators to us. Okay, so those are first one is arithmetic operators, and this arithmetic operators we completed in the last session. And the second one is assignment operators, and this assignment operators also we had completed in the last session. And next we have relational operators. Relational operators also called as comparison operators. Comparison operators. Okay, next we have the topic is logical operators. Logical operators, and next we have the new operator. New operator, and next we have the topic that is the ternary operator. Ternary operator, and next we have the dot operator. Dot dot operator. So these are the operators you need to know. Dot operator, and we have the unary operators. Unary operators. Unary operators. So these are the operators we need to know. Okay. Okay, fine. So in the last session, we learned about the arithmetic operators and assignment operators. So today we will discuss about the remaining things. So now I will use MS Paint, and then through that we try to understand the today concept. I'm taking MS Paint. Okay, today topic. We'll start with relational operators. Let's start with the relational operators. So which is generally I can mention relational, or other name you can call it as comparison operators. Comparison operator. Okay, comparison operators. Okay, fine. What are the symbols are available under the relational or comparison operators? The symbols are less than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and next we have the double equals and not equals. So these are the symbols which are available under the relational or comparison operators. Here, the interview perspective, the interview question is, what is the difference between the single equals and double equals? This is the interview question. Regularly, this question you will face in the interview perspective. So, single equals is the symbol which is used to assign the value, Okay, in case of double equals, which is used to comparison the values, Are you guys clear with my point? So single equals which is used to assign the value, double equals which is used to comparison the values. Okay, that is the very regular question they will ask. Okay, now we'll go with the symbols. These are the symbols which comes under the category of relational operators, comparison operators. Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equals to, and not equals to. So generally, I will go with one example. You can get the clarity on it. For example, I would like to take int a equal to some 10 value and int b equal to some 20 value. Also here one more point, relational or comparison operators will return always boolean values. It will return always boolean values. It might be either true or false. So you should keep in mind, relational operators always you should return boolean values. So the result always it will return either true, either false. Okay, now what I will do here, I will take the int and result equal to, I am mentioning a greater than 20. So if you, in this case, you can observe a is holding the value is 10 and a is holding the value is 10 and this is the 20 value, right? So if it is 20, so you can use the common sense. So a is greater than 20. No, this is false. It will return the false statement. Okay, similarly, I can take other example also. For example, if I take int result equal to a greater than b, then what it will return? So A is holding the value is 10 and B is holding the value is 20. Then you can use the common sense. 10 is greater than or equal 10 is greater than 20. No, this is also false condition. This is also false. Okay, similarly, I will take another one. Now int result equal to less than b, a less than b. Now we can assume here a is holding the value is 10 and b is holding the value is 20. Now we can use the common sense. So 20 is less than 10 is less than 20. This is the true or not? Yes, this is the true. So simply comparison operators which is used to comparison between the two values based on the symbols. It will, we can compare and then always it will return the boolean values. So like that we can go with the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equals to. So I will tell you with one example with the double equals to. int result equal to a double equals to b. Then what it will return? A is holding the value is 10 and B is holding the value is 20. Now we can use A double equal to 20. This is equal or not? Not equal. Then it will return the false. So this is the thing we have to remember. Are you guys clear with my points? Hmm? Exactly. So the it will return the boolean values, right? You should mandatorily should use the boolean only, not integer. You should use the boolean only. Why? Because it is returning either true or false. So that is the reason instead of int you should use the boolean. Here also instead of int you should use the boolean. Here also instead of int you should use the boolean. Okay. So now I will write the program on it and then I will show you practically. Then you can get the clarity on it. So yesterday we started demo operators. Now I will create one more file so that is better. Okay, I will take a new file. The file name is, I will mention the file name is test operators demo. Test operators demo.java. Okay, the file name can give anything, and the structure should be the same. Somebody is trying to join. Okay, so the structure should be, you have to follow the same. Public class test operators demo, and from here to here this is the scope of class, and here you should take the main method public static void main, and you should take the string. Okay, now we are discussing about the comparison operators println. So here I am taking string, so inside string I will mention comparison or relational operators, relational, or you can say comparison operators, comparison operators. Okay, so I'm mentioning like this. Okay, fine. So inside this one, int x equal to, the value is some 10, and inside this one I'm taking int y equal to, int y equal to, I would like to take the value is some 20. Okay, now here I will take the boolean result equal to, a less than equal to x less than equal to y. So if I the same statement, I will take the sysout statement. Here I can mention result. Here I can mention result. Now you observe, I am writing two lines. Instead of two lines, you can write like this also. So directly you can write like this also. So this also we discussed in the last session. Like directly you can mention x less than y. So directly you can mention like this also. So no need double parenthesis. So directly you can mention like this also. Meaning x is holding the value is 10, and y is holding the value 20, and 10 is less than or equal to, less than or equal to 20. So what it will return? It will return the value is true. It will return the value is true. So boolean values in the in case of I would say relational or comparison operators, these operators which will return always boolean values, which will return always boolean values. Okay, fine. So we'll try with the same thing. I'm taking the same thing. So here I will mention less than or equals to some 10 I will mention. Then what is the result? So 10 is holding the already value is 10, and I am mentioning 10 equal to 10, meaning this is the true, right? This is the true. It will return the true. It will return the true. Okay, and similarly, so here you can pass some string also. If you want, you can pass the string also. Comparison between two values. Comparison between two values is, you can mention like this also. You can mention like this also. Okay, so the same thing you can copy from here to here, and you can paste here also. Okay, then the comparison between two values is true here. And so you can clearly write, if you want, you can clearly write x is less than or equal to 10, then it will return the true. Next, so the same thing, I am taking the same condition. Now, this is with respect to less than, this is with respect to less than or equal to. Now we'll go with the greater than. Now we will go with the greater than. X greater than or equal to 10. Now x is holding the value already 10, right? Now the x is greater than 10. No, this is, it will return the false. It will return the false. Okay, so similarly you can take a system dot out dot println and println. Next here, x less than or equal to, some 50, I will mention some 50. So x is holding the value is 10 and 50 is already we use greater than, we will use the greater than or equal to 50. Now you can see x is holding the value is 10 and 50. So this is the false, right? Then I am mentioning false. I'm mentioning false. So see, operators is very easy actually. Okay. Now next we have the greater than or equals to, and next we have the double equals. System dot out dot println, and we'll go with x or y. We'll take y double equals to 20. So what here it is doing? It is comparison between two values. Y is holding the values 20, and again we are equal to 20, meaning it will return the true. Okay, next operator we have, so that is system dot out dot println. Next operator we have x not equal to y. So this is the true, right? Meaning the both are not equal. The same thing we are saying, x not equal to y. Then it will return the value is true only. It will return the value is true only. It will return the value is true only. And I will take one more thing, system dot out dot println, and x not equal to some value, I will take 10. Then in this case we will get the false as the value, false as the return. So these are the, with respect to all the symbols, greater, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equals to, not equals to, not equals to. Okay, so I will save the file, and wherever the file is available, you can go to that file location and open command prompt and Java C and test operators demo.java. Okay, now you can see. Okay, the finally we are getting the results, right? Finally we are getting the results. Okay, comparison between two values is true, true, false, false, true, true, false. So same result you can see here also. True, true, false, false, true, true, false. Okay. So this is with respect to comparison operators. I hope this is clear. So next we'll jump into next operators, that is the logical operators. So logical operators. So the next topic is logical operators. In the logical operators, what are the symbols we have generally? The symbols we have, first we have the AND operator, and next we have the OR operator. So this OR is also called as like this, and we have the NOT operator. This NOT is also called as like this. Are you guys clear with my point? Three operators actually you have. This is the AND operator, this is the OR operator, and this is the NOT operator. This is the NOT operator. Okay, so when will you go with the logical operators? I will explain in very beautiful manner, which is similar to some normal real-time scenarios. Through that, I can explain. Generally, we will log in into the Gmail, right? We will log in into the Gmail. Gmail. At the time of login, you should give the password. We should give the username and password. Okay, if the both are correct, if the both things are right, then only you will get the login successful. Then only you will get the login successful. Then only you can get the login successful. Are you guys clear with my point? If the both things are right, if the both things are correct, this if the both things are correct, then only when you will get the login successful. You will get the login successful. Okay, when the both conditions are positive scenario, then at the time you can go with the end operator. End operator. Okay, and next we have the, for example, we have the Amazon, and you want to purchase some product. You want to purchase some product, and if you want to purchase the product, two things you need. The two things is, first one is you have to sufficient balance is the first thing, sufficient balance, and the second thing is UPI. If the both things you have, then only your order will confirm, right? Then only your order will confirm. So among those two things, if anything is not there, then your order will not placed. So here also we will use the end operator. Both things are valid. This is the true and this is the true. You should have the sufficient balance, and you should have the UPI. Then only your order will confirm. Then only your order will confirm. Among anyone is not, anything is not, so your order will not confirm. Your order will not confirm. Okay, so this is the one example with respect to end operator. And I will tell the next one is, Netflix, right? So movies streaming platform Netflix. If you want to log in the Netflix, so you can log in either by using email, else we can use either by using the contact number, your mobile number also. So among those things, if you have anything, you can log in. So you can log in through email, or you can log in through contact number. So in this case, anyone is true, then you can log in. You can get login successful. You can get login successful. Are you guys clear with my point? You can get login successful. Login successful. You can get login successful. Among those, anything is true, then you can get the login successful. We can get the login successful. Now, yeah, truth table. We have the truth table, and the standards also. We have the truth table. I will tell you the truth table. Then you can get the clarity on it. So the truth table, which is generally true, 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 false. Next, false, true, false, false. Okay. Okay. Only the two things are true, then it will return the true, and the remaining all are false, and false, and this is also false. So this is in scenario of AND operator. Scenario of AND operator. Okay, we'll go with the OR operator. We'll go with the OR operator. So this I will write here: true, 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 false, and false. Next, true and false, false. So in this scenario, if the both are, if the both things are true, if the both things are positive, then you will get the login successful. You will get the login successful. Okay. If the both things are, among those two things, anything is positive, anything you have, then you can get the login successful. Login successful. When it will won't log in, when the both things are wrong, then you won't log in. So this is the truth table you have to remember. So and operator, when will you go with the and operator? When the both things are only the positive concern, only the both things are true, then only you can get the login successful. Among those anything is false, then you won't the login successful. Okay, at the time of requirement you can go with the and operator. And operator, when you will go with the or operator, anything is among those two, anything you have, then you can log in successful. At the time you can go with the or operator. Not operator, when you will go with the not operator, meaning not meaning opposite. Not, if you mention the not true, it will return the false. Not true meaning false, opposite. Not false meaning it will return the true values. It will return the true values. This is clear, guys. Logical operators, generally you have the three operators: and operator, or operator, and not operator. Not operator. So logical operators also always it will return boolean values only. Boolean values. Either it will give true or false. It will give true or false. Are you guys clear with my point? Logical operators also always return boolean values only. Okay, so on this I will write the example. I will show you the practical example. You can get some clarity on it. Logical operators. Okay, fine. Now I am declaring the variables. The variables are int a equal to 1. I am taking int a equal to 1, and the next int b equal to sum 2. Okay, you can directly take in single line, or else you can directly take in one line also. Boolean result equal to, now you can take. So here how I am doing the program, I will show you here one more time. For example, a is holding the value 1, right? Okay, so int a equal to sum 10 I am taking, and int will take 1, and int b equal to sum 2. Now logical operators always it will return the boolean values, and I am taking the boolean result equal to, here I am taking the conditions. The conditions is, first I am taking a less than b. Okay, and operator. Again what I am doing, a greater than, or a greater than b. Like this I will write. Now you can see here, first you can a is holding the value is, a is holding the value 1. Okay, and b is holding the value is 2. Now you can see a less than or equal to b. Yes, this is the true. This one is the true. Okay, fine. And you can come here. A is holding the value is 1, and b is holding the value is 2. Now in this scenario you can see here, 1 is greater than 2. No, this is the false. Now false and true. So finally what you will get as the result? You will get as the false. You will get as the false. If the both scenarios is the true, then only you will get the true. If anything is wrong, anything is false, then finally you will get as the false as the output. Finally you will get the false as the output. So similarly, I can go with other example also. For example, a result equal to, now I will take with the numbers a less than equal to some 50, and operator. Next, a greater than 0. So in this scenario, In this scenario, what will happen? A is holding the value is 1 and less than 50. So this condition is true. This is the true condition. Okay, and now in this condition, A is holding the value is 1 and greater than 0. This is also true condition, right? This is also true condition. This is the true and this is the true. True and true. Then what you will get? True as the result you will get. True as the result you will get. So according to the table, you can get the true as the result. True as the result. So here instead of and, if I use the operator, then or operator, then what you will get? You will get true as the result. You will get the true as the result. Okay. So this is the thing we have to remember. Now I will go to the programmatically and then I will show you. Can get the clarity on it. Okay. The same program I will write here. A equal to 1 and B equal to 2 and A less than B and operator A greater than B. A greater than B. Now you can tell me the answer. A is holding the value is 1 and B is holding the value is 2. 1 is less than 2. Yes, this is the 2. This is the true. And A is holding 1 and less than greater than B. This is the false. So finally here you can get the result as the false only. Finally here you can get the result as the false only. So here I am taking system dot out dot println. I am taking result as the variable. So instead of writing two lines, directly you can write in single line also. Directly you can write in single line also. So the two ways you can write. So you can write in single line also. The single line you can write like this. Directly you can write like this here inside. Directly you can write like this. So here it can get false as the result. Okay. So similarly, we'll try with the other things also like system dot. So I will use this one. I will use this one. Okay. Now you can use less than or equal to B. This is the true one. And here greater than or equal to 0. I am mentioning 0. Meaning 1 is greater than or greater than 0. Yes. This is the true. This is the true concern. Okay. Similarly, I can go with this is the true. And here what I will do, greater than or equal to 1. I am mentioning 1. Then in this case also the both conditions are true. Then I can get the true as the result. Okay, this is with respect to AND operator. The same example we can try with OR operator. Now here I am taking the OR operator. Now here I am taking the OR operator. Now we can take the OR operator. This is the true and this is the false. Okay, here finally we will get the true as the result. True as the result. Okay, the same scenario you can take with the greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and here you can take less than or equal to, less than or equal to. You should use the some numbers also. Some 0 I am taking, and this is the valid condition, and less than or equal to B. Okay, this is also valid condition. The both things are valid also. Here you should use the OR operator, OR operator, OR operator. Okay. So finally, you can get the true as the result. You will get the true as the result. So this is the scenarios you have to remember with respect to AND operator and with respect to OR operator. And we'll try with write the system dot out dot println not true. If I mention the not true, then it will return false. Not true meaning it will return the false. Not symbol is this one. Okay, so not true meaning it will return the false. Opposite. Okay, and if you mention system dot out dot println not, if you mention not false, then it will return the true. It will return the true. Okay, so this is the thing you have to remember. It will return the true. Okay, so simply I can save this one. Now I will run this one, and then we'll see the result, how the result is come. Can go to the command prompt, can compile the file java c test operators demo.java. The file has successfully compiled java test operators demo. So we are getting the values false, true, 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 false, true. Okay, the same result you can check here also. False, true, 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 false, true. Okay, this is the with respect to logical statement. So any doubt in this scenario? Logical statements. Any doubts? Okay, after this, next we have the next we will go with the unary operator. Next we'll go with the unary operator. Please concentrate, guys. Very easy topic. Unary operators. Okay, plus plus meaning increased by one, increment by one. Okay, which is used to increment by one. Increment by one. Okay, the value, the symbol of minus 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 meaning decrement by one. Decrement by one. Okay, the variable which is increment by one, if you want to increase the value by one, then you should use plus plus operator. If you want to decrease by one, then you should use the minus minus operator. Minus minus operator. Plus plus meaning increment by one, minus minus meaning decrement by one. Minus minus meaning decrement by one. For example, here I will write like this. You can assume I am declaring some x value like this. I am declaring int x equal to, I am declaring some value is 10. Now here I will mention x plus plus, x plus plus operator. Now I will take SOP statement, and if I print x, then how much value I can get? X is holding the value is 10. X is holding the value is 10. The value will be stored in the X container, and I am using the plus plus operator. The meaning of plus plus operator is which is increment by 1. Meaning X value initially is 10, and if I use the plus plus operator, so 10 become 11. Now I can get the 11 as the value. So what will happen internally? What will happen internally? So initially the value, the container name is X. Initially the container name is the X, and the value I have stored 10 value. When I mention the X plus plus, then X is, this is increased by 1, then 10 is replaced with 11. 10 is replaced with 11. Are you guys clear with my point? 10 is replaced with 11. Okay, so for example, now the X is holding the value is 11. Now again, what I am doing, I am mentioning X plus plus, and I would like to print SOP X. Then here, what value should I get here? What value should I get? X is already holding the value is 11, and I am increasing the value by 1. By 1 meaning it is replaced with 12. It is replaced with 12. Now you can get the value is 12. Now you can get the value is 12. Okay, are you guys clear with my point? Similarly, in case of minus minus also, for example, now the x is holding the value is 12. I am mentioning x minus minus. Meaning, if I print the SOP statement x, then the value how much should I get? 12 is replaced by 11. Meaning we are decreasing the value. Decrement by 1 meaning we are decreasing the value will be stored by the 11. The value will be stored by the 11. And again, if I use the x minus minus value, and it is already holding the values 11, and again I am using the minus minus operator. So here the value SOP, if I mention the SOP statement, then how much should I get? I can get 10. 10 as the value. I can get 10 as the value. Are you guys clear with my point? So the same thing I will write, and then I will show you the programmatical also. Then you know you can get the clarity on it. The same thing here I will take. Here I will mention unary operators. Unary operators. Okay, here I will take XL. In this file XL already we used, and A also we used, right? So we'll take any other variables. Int some p equal to the value is some 10 I am taking. Okay, and here I am mentioning p plus plus. I am mentioning p plus plus, and before printing I want to print p value. System dot out dot println. Here I am printing the p value. In this case I can get the value as the 10. Okay, so the same after increment. So p value will increase by 1. After increment I can get the value as the 11. I can get the value as the 11. Okay, and again what I will do, again I will increment by 1. P plus plus, I will increment by 1. Now how much should I get? I can take this one. Now I can get the 12. Why? Because p is already holding the value is 11. Again I am increment by 1, meaning finally the p container is holding the value is 12. This is clear. Now we'll see with respect to decrement. Now here I am mentioning p minus minus. P minus minus. Now I want to print this one. Now how much should I get? P is already holding the 12, and I am decrement by 1. Meaning here we can get the 11 as the value. 11 as the value. Again I am using the P minus minus. Okay, and here I can get the value as the 10. Value as the 10. Okay. The same scenario here you can mention, if you want to, you can mention the string type also, like which is the value of p is, you can mention like this also if you want. Now I can save this one, and wherever the file is available you can go to that location. You can use up arrow, and then you can see, and we did some mistakes. You can read the mistakes. We did some mistakes, println mistakes. So I will go to that file location, println, and here also println, here also println, here also println. Okay, you can save the file, and again you can go to the file location, javac, and the file has successfully compiled, and demo. Now you are getting the value 10, 11, 12, 11, 10. 10. Are you guys clear with my point? This is unary operators, and uh, we have the two symbols. One is the plus plus and decrement minus minus. Okay, again it is categorized into post increment. Again it is categorized into post increment, and it is categorized into pre increment. Okay, and this is also, it is also categorized into uh, post decrement and pre decrement. Post decrement and pre decrement. So you guys, can you please concentrate? I will tell you in a very good manner. Please concentrate. Now, now what will happen internally? The process is, so first, how will you confirm which is belonging to which one? So I will tell you. For example, simply you can take int p equal to 10. So what will happen internally? So the container got created. The container got created, and the container name is p. The container name is p, right? The container name is p, and we are storing the 10 value into the p container, meaning we are storing the value 10. Okay, this is clear. The first statement is clear. Next statement, I am mentioning int p equal to q plus plus q plus plus. So then what will happen in this case? So first we need to find out this is belonging to which one, post increment or pre increment. How you will recognize? Now you can see here the symbol we used after the variable or before so first you can confirm like this. So this is the symbol is plus plus, right? This is the plus plus, then this is you can get the confirm this is compulsory which is belonging to increment. First this is belonging to increment. Okay, fine. Increment, this is okay, increment. So we have to perform increment operator. Now the next thing is, so the increment symbol, where did we use the symbol after the variable or before the variable? After the variable. This is the variable, q is the variable, the increment operator we used after the variable. Then if you use the after the variable, then that is belonging to post increment. Okay, now you get the clarity. Now if it is the post increment, we have to remember one mantra. What is the mantra? You have to remember, if it is belonging to post increment, you have to remember the mantra. The mantra is, if it is post increment, first assign the value. First assign the value. I can mention, first assign the value and then increment. First assign the value and then increment. And then increment. First assign the value and then increment. Okay. Now, okay, so according to this is the rule we have to remember, first assign and then increment. Okay, now I will take one more container. The container is, the container name is, this is the q, actually this is the q and this is the p. Okay, the container name is the q. And now if it is post increment, then what we have to do? First assign whatever the value p is holding, that value you should give to the q container. Okay, fine, I am giving the same value to the q container. Okay, good. Next, and then increment. Now you should give first the value, and after that you can increment by 1, meaning 10 got replaced with 11. 10 got replaced with 11. Okay, so this is the mantra you have to remember. If it is post increment, first assign and then increment. First assign and then increment. Okay, first assign and then increment. Okay, so what here happening is, initially the p is holding the value is 10. P is holding the value is 10. P plus plus, meaning if it is the post increment, first assign the value and then increment. Whatever the value P is holding, that value is given to Q variable. Okay, the value has successfully given to Q variable, and now then increment. Now the 10 is replaced with 11. 10 is replaced with 11. Okay, this is with respect to post increment. This is with respect to post increment. Okay, I will take one more example. For example, int a equal to some 10 value and int b equal to plus plus a. Okay, now the first thing you should confirm which is belonging to post increment or decrement. we used plus plus operator, then you can get the clarity. This is belonging to increment. Okay, fine. This is belonging to increment. Okay, good. This is belonging to increment. Okay, next thing is this is post increment or pre increment. How will you recognize the symbol where we did use the symbol we did use before the variable? If it is used before the variable, then that is belonging to pre-increment. Then that is belonging to pre-increment. If it is pre-increment, then you have to remember the mantra. The mantra is first first increment, first increment, and then assign the value, and then assign the value. You have to remember the mantra, assign the value. I have to remember the mantra. So the container name is, we have to take the two containers. So one container name is generally, one container name can take A, and this container name is the B, and the value we initialized A, 10 value we are assigning A container. Now it is holding the value is 10. If it is the pre-increment, first increase the value. Now first you should increase the value, meaning 10 is replaced with 11. Okay, 10 is replaced with 11. That value you should assign to the B container. Now the value of B is 11. Now the value of B is the 11. Are you guys clear with my point? Okay, so similarly, I can tell few more examples, then can get the clarity on it. For example, now I will take int. Okay, yeah. Now I will take int p equal to some 10. Okay, and int q equal to p minus minus. Okay, what will happen in this case? So internally, what will happen? Two containers got created. Okay, and then 10 value is assigned to the p variable, and this container name is the p, and we are assigning this value to the container. Now this is holding the values 10. Okay, very good. Up to now is very good. Now the next thing is, okay, you can come to the next line. So here you can see which symbol we used minus minus. So based on the symbol you can get the clarity. This is belonging to decrement. Okay, fine, very good. This is belonging to decrement. Next, where did we use this one? Before the variable or after the variable? After the variable. If you use after the variable, then that is belonging to post increment. Okay, fine, this is also good. We can get the clarity. Post post decrement. If it is the post decrement, then what is the mantra you have? We have to remember the mantra. The mantra is first assign, then increment the value, first assign and then increment the value. Guys, please concentrate. P is holding the value is 10. Now this we are as giving that value to Q container. Okay, after that it will increase, meaning 10 is replaced with 11. 10 is replaced with 11. 10 is replaced with 11. This is clear. Post decrement. Okay, this is similarly I will tell you with respect to another scenario also. For example, here I am taking int c equal to, same value I am taking 10, and int d equal to minus minus c. What will happen internally? Two containers got created. This is the one container and this is the one container. So initial container name is, this container name is C, and this container name is the D. Okay, so the value we are assigned the 10 value to the C container and it is holding the value is 10. Okay, fine. Okay, you can go to the next line. Now the symbol we used minus minus, then this is belonging to completely this is belonging to decrement. Okay, this is decrement. Okay, fine, very good. Now, where did we use this one? Before the variable or after the variable? Before the variable. If we use before the variable, then we can get the conclusion of that is belonging to pre-decrement. If it is pre-decrement, then you can use the mantra. The mantra is first decrement, and then assign the value. First decrement and then assign the value. Then assign the value. We have to remember these mantras. First decrement and then assign the value. Now it is holding the value 10 and first decrement meaning it will become 9 and this 9 we will assign to the D container. D container. The same thing I can show you the programmatical also so that you can get the clarity. Okay. Now here I will take the value. P is already holding the value is 10. Now I will take Q. So this is clear. So I am removing this entire thing. This is clear, right? I am removing this thing and now from here onwards I will write. So Q container Q equal to, I will mention plus plus. I will mention plus plus. Okay, fine. Now I will take system.out.println. System.out.println. Okay, now value P, and then here I am doing concatenation. Concatenation is string plus variable is called concatenation, and then I am doing the Q value. Now in this case, how much value should I get? How much the P value? P value is 10, and then how much the Q value? It is the post increment. Then what will happen? First it will assign the value and then increment. Now the value which is assigned to the Q and then it will become 11. It will become 11. Are you guys clear with my points? Are you guys clear with my point? If it is post increment, first it will assign the value and then increment. So first it is assigning the value, whatever the value it is holding, that value it will assign to the Q and then increment. Then P become 11. Okay, and then okay, next I will take with another one. QC equal to, okay, C equal to some 10 value, and now enter D equal to plus plus C, plus plus C. Okay, so in this case what would happen generally? So D C, and you guys tell me the answer. So in this case what should I get as the value? If it is first what here C is holding the value is 10. Okay, and after that if it is the pre-increment, first increment okay, first increment meaning 11, and that 11 value it is assigned to the D, meaning now you can get the value as the 11 and 11, 11 and 11. Okay, first increment and then the value it will give assigned to the 11, meaning It is x is holding the value, it is increment. So this is the 10. Okay. So next is the same scenario. We'll try with int g equal to value is 10. Okay, and then g int h equal to value is I can mention g minus minus. Okay, so this is the pre-decrement, right? Post decrement. If it is the post decrement, system.println, then here we should mention g, and we can take concatenation h. Now we can observe first it is the post decrement. Assign the value. First assign the value meaning first assign the value. The 10 it will assign the value 10, and that the 10 it will assign to the h container, and it will decrement, meaning it will convert into the 9. It will convert it into the 9. The same case we can go with the post decrement also. You can go with the pre decrement also. So pre decrement I will take s equal to some number I am taking, and here I would like to take and r equal to some s minus minus s, and then in this case I can get a system dot out dot println. In this case I can get s. I'm doing the concatenation, and then mm, 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 should mention r. So in this case what should I get? So first s is holding the values 10, and then again decrement meaning pre-decrement meaning first decrease the value, and then assign, mean it will become to 9. It will become to 9. So the same program I can compile, and then I will show you how the results will come. Okay, so I can go to the compiler, Java C test.java. Okay, Java. Next, can use the up arrow, then you can get the command Java. You can use the command test operators demo. So you can see how you are getting the values 11 10 11 11 and 9 10 9 9. Okay, here the value it will first I would say decrease, and then this value it will assign to here, and in this case also first the value increase, and then that value it will assign to here. Okay, so that is the thing. I have to practice with the 4 scenarios: post increment, and post pre decrement, and 4 scenarios: post increment, pre increment, post decrement, pre decrement. You can practice all the scenarios. Okay, so we'll continue remaining operators in tomorrow's session. Okay, so that's it.